I'm a huge fan of air fryers, and if you're watching this video, you probably are too. And if you're merely curious, well, you'll understand the merits of these machines by the end. Now, if you own one of these, you probably crisp up French fries or maybe cook chicken wings in it. But today I'm going to show you 5 surprising foods that you can cook in an air fryer. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook. And boy, you can easily be a better cook with one of these, an air fryer. Now, if you are a regular viewer, thank you. You know that I've shown you how to cook all sorts of things in an air fryer, from air fryer croutons to air fryer falafel and air fryer shrimp and even air fryer Brussels sprouts. But I regularly find new ways to use these things. Now, a quick backgrounder on air fryers if these are new to you. There are a couple different kinds, but they all use the same philosophy of cooking. These are, in essence, a convection oven on steroids. And what happens is, once you put the food you are going to cook either in the bin or in the basket, well, it uses hot air circulating to cook the food. And doing so, you can use little or no oil. So it's a lot less fattening than like deep frying or pan frying or something like that. That's the beauty of an air fryer. It uses hot air to circulate the food and cook it. Now, air fryers have gained popularity. They've been out several years now. And well, that's good news if you are in the market for one because they are pretty affordable. And guess what? I'm seeing them show up at thrift stores. In fact, that's where I got this one new in the box. And just this week, I saw not only an air fryer kind of like this, but one of those air fryer tops for the Instant Pot that makes your Instant Pot turn into an air fryer. And again, if you want one of these on the cheap, or maybe you're just kind of not sure about one, you can pick one up cheap at a thrift shop. And here's the thing, yes, even as a formally trained chef who cooks all the time, I must admit that I use these a lot. They are just so convenient. You just put the food in, you set a button, and well, they cook. Maybe you kind of shuffle the food around a little bit, but that's all it takes. And for average home cooks, these are great for a couple of reasons. Well, first of all, they're pretty inexpensive. You don't need a big oven, so you don't have to heat up the entire house. And well, a lot of times I use this actually outside the house. And for some of these foods that I'm going to mention for cooking, well, that's especially useful. So you don't have to smell up the house, and well, even if all you have is a little patio or just a little outdoor area, you can put one of these out there and cook to your heart's content, of course, along with in your kitchen. Okay, now let's get into the 5 surprising foods you can cook in one of these. And the first are hard-boiled eggs. Yes, I'm serious. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, wait a minute. Hard-boiled eggs, it's in the name. You usually hard-boil eggs by either simmering them in water or using steam like we did with that Cuisinart egg cooker that I reviewed a while back. And both of those, of course, use water. Well, you can hard-boil an egg, believe it or not, in an air fryer. No water necessary. And the way it works, well, you just preheat this at a lower temperature. I use 270 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I put the eggs in the bin and then I let them cook. That's all you need to do. You just put them in the shells and let them go. Now, as with hard boiling in water or steam, you're going to want to experiment a little bit with the cooking time so that you get the eggs that you like. If you like soft boiled or medium boiled or hard boiled, well, you can figure that out. I get great results in this when I cook these for about 12 minutes. I get kind of soft to medium boiled eggs, and it's fantastic. So all you need to do is put them in the basket, cook it, and then when the cooking time is done, you want to plunge the eggs into an ice bath. And all an ice bath is a big bowl of water and ice. And what that does is it's called shocking the food, and it stops the cooking. If you just took these out, they would continue to cook because of the residual heat. But anytime you put food in an ice bath, well, that stops the cooking. It's like slamming on the brakes. Cooking eggs in an air fryer provides a few benefits. Well, first of all, it's quick. I find it's quicker than having to bring a pot of water to a boil or a simmer. This can be done in like 15 minutes or less, including the preheat time. And of course, you don't even have to use any water. So if you're somewhere where maybe you have electricity but no water, well, you just can cook them in one of these. The second surprising food, and one that I thoroughly suggest cooking in an air fryer, especially if you are a spice head like me, are chili peppers. I love cooking chili peppers in an air fryer. Now, of course, you can eat chili peppers raw, and if you watch this channel regularly, you know that I love them. I'm comparing them and eating them all the time. But once you cook a chili pepper, well, it really is a culinary metamorphosis. It just changes the flavor of them. It gives them deeper notes. It tamps down that spice level a little bit, and it is delicious. But cooking a chili pepper regularly, you would use either like an oven or a cast iron pan or something, and that can really smell up the house. Well, this is one of those times that I definitely cook in an air fryer outside, because all those smells and all that spiciness just wafts away. And what happens is you get these beautiful roasted peppers, and they are so delicious. You can use them in food as a side. You can make some terrific salsa out of it. But if you like peppers, even mild ones like jalapenos or even bell peppers, cook them in an air fryer. I cook them at a higher heat, about 390 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I just cook them until they are nice and roasted. That just means they take on a deeper color and that skin starts to char. Of course, cook them to your liking and try them out, because they are delicious this way and they are so easy to cook. The third surprising food, and one that you should definitely be cooking in an air fryer, is anything that is fried and frozen. I'm talking taquitos, flautas, things like these big shrimp here that are breaded. They cook great in an air fryer. And again, if you cook frozen French fries in an air fryer, you already know this. But the beauty is that you don't have to add any oil, you don't have to add anything like that, because there is enough oil and fat in the breading or the coating of those foods, and the air fryer, well, it just kind of accelerates that cooking. It turns out absolutely fabulous. Again, for this, I use a higher heat. I go, again, about 390, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I just cook them until everything is nice and brown and crispy, and the results are wonderful. Again, no oil needed, just put the food in the basket and let it rip. Hamburger patties in an air fryer? Oh yeah. Again, this even surprised me, because usually when I cook hamburger patties, again, it's on a grill or it's on a pan. But not that long ago, I had the air fryer out and I said to myself, why not? Let's throw a couple patties in. And the results were great. They were sizzling, they were nice and perfectly cooked. And to my surprise, I found that I could easily cook them to the temperature that I wanted, like a medium or a medium well, even a medium rare if you want. Just kind of experiment with the timing. Again, use a higher heat for this, 390, 400 degrees, but you can experiment with that as well and just cook them until that meat thermometer that you stick in tells you that they are at the temperature that you want. Another great thing about cooking hamburger patties this way is that the grease tends to flow below the grates of the air fryer, and well, it's not just sitting there in a pan. So that's another benefit of cooking patties this way. And finally, reheating pizza. This is like my go-to method for reheating pizza that gives it a nice, sizzling, cheesy top and a nice crunchy bottom. You know, if you've ever tried to reheat pizza in a microwave or even in a standard oven, the results aren't always that great. But throw them in an air fryer and well, it's wonderful. So again, high heat for this, 390, 400 degrees is usually what I go for, and I just cook it until it is nice and hot, sizzling, and you've got some wonderful pizza, maybe from the day before. I'm telling you, it tastes almost like it was just cooked. It's really, really great. So those are 5 surprising foods that you can and should be cooking in an air fryer. Now I want to hear from you. What are you making in yours? What has turned out great? Maybe what's not turned out so great? Comment below and let me know. Okay, trivia time. Last week I asked you to identify this thing and several of you got it right. You are so smart. This is indeed a pastry crimper. And this is used anytime you want to crimp some dough before cooking it. Here's the package that this one came in, and this really gave me an idea. Look at this. It looks like fried raviolis, and these look absolutely delicious. So maybe I'll use this to make some raviolis and then fry them. How good would that be? For this week's culinary trivia, we are again going to the produce aisle, and who knows what this thing is. This beautiful looking, well, I can't tell you what it is. That's your job. You're going to tell me. If you know what this is or you have a guess, put it in the comments below, and I will, of course, let you know the correct answer of what this thing is and how it is used in the next video. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Until next time, I hope you want to cook.